Oh no, I've upset you all already. I've stopped the music, and now you got to listen to me for a bit. Um, Thank you for joining me, and welcome to 2022. Happy 2022 to you. I know it's been a rough one. It's been a rough couple of years for a number of people, myself included, if I'm honest with you. And I'm glad to have you here today. It's good. This is the very first one of these, so it's good to have you. And I'm going to treat you to a little graphic straight away. There. I spent all day on that. I'll talk you through some of this in a minute. I've set it to start at 8 o'clock our time, so I guess that's 3 p.m. Eastern. This thing starts whether I'm ready or not. So I could be sat eating my KFC or something, and this thing is going to start rolling. So I was ready for you. Thankfully. So I'm glad to have you on board. If you want to interact, as my old friend Andy's done here, happy to you as well, Andy. You need to be watching through the Facebook page, not the Facebook group. I think you can watch through either, but you can only comment through the Facebook page or YouTube. It gets confusing. I'll explain the difference. So the Facebook page is the newsy stuff. It's where I post updates about the site or updates about the music. The Facebook group is for a group chat where everybody can start a conversation about anything, kind of like how the board used to work on the site. But if you want to interact with us today and for me to be able to see it and read it out and know who you are, which is a problem I had last week, everyone just showed up as a Facebook user. Please watch through the page and not the group. Don't know why it works like that. It's a Facebook thing. Apparently, it's not a me thing. It's not user error for once. So anyway, that's how it works. So far as news for the website, I'm not going to repeat everything I said last week because that would be dull. But the daily doses are on the site. In fact, if I press the first of my new little toys, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. At least as if you can put a link to each and label them. This will probably be helpful for most of us. You're absolutely right. I will do that when I'm off of this call now. Evidently, you've figured it out because you're able to comment and I can see who you are. So thank you. Yes, so the first thing I wanted to show you is if I can share my screen a second and go to my own website. Here's a site you might recognize. It's bruce.com. It's getting updated daily now, and you can see on the right hand side in a nice little blue box is the resurrection of the daily dose. It's very much alive and kicking again after a few years of hibernation. Started that off yesterday with a version of The Great Divide, which I did not know existed, which Sean Colvin did with Bruce 20 plus years ago. So that's up for download now. Followed by today, I've stuck up a version of Carry the Water into Sugary. One goes seamlessly as you'd expect into the other. Both very enjoyable. That's from 1996. I did promise I was going to put these on YouTube, and I put Great Divide up yesterday. You'll see it's from Austin City Limits. And within seconds of me putting it up on YouTube, I think this is automated, but I got a slap on the wrist from YouTube and a copyright strike against me, so I took it down. I haven't tried yet with the second one today, but YouTube kind of said, "Well, get it off there. This is not yours. How can you prove it's yours? Get it down." So I spared myself the pain and didn't. What you will see is down here you can stream the day's most recent dose. So if I click this, I don't know if you'll hear it or not.
Let me carry the load.
Okay.
I will surely own.
So you'll recognize the voice. So the daily dose is up and running and starts again as of yesterday. In fact, I'll show you just a little bit since I've got the page open. Here's a little look under the hood for anyone who's bored enough or geek enough to be interested. This shows you every download I've ever put up. Some of them Country Doctor was downloaded over 1,300 times. In fact, down the very bottom, this tells you that in total, since Bruce.com started, or since this iteration of Bruce.com, which I guess would have been about 2008 or so, we've put up 2,103 songs for download, 15 gigabytes for if that means anything to any of you. That translates to about 250 hours of music. So 10 hours of music back to back without stopping. In fact, the next little bit down, that's quite nice to know, over 1.5 million downloads since we started. So that's nice to see. So thank you if you've had a part in that. So Daily Dose is now back and alive and kicking and part of the site. And those first two, I don't know what I'll put up for tomorrow yet, but those two are now up. The podcast is back, as you know, because you're listening to it now or watching it now. Most important of all is the Daily Dose Day, which I spoke a little bit about last week. And we've got some big plans for that. So it's May the 2nd this year will be Daily Dose Day, and we've tried to figure out how we can do things a little bit differently and add to what we did last time. So the way we're going to do that, what we normally do is one song for download every hour on the hour from midnight to midnight. This time around, we are going to do 24 hours of concerts. So every hour on the hour, you'll have a concert to download. So that's going to kick my rear end for a full day and probably the days beyond that. But I'm busy picking out some big uns for you, some ones that I think you'll enjoy. And along with that, we've had a donation already, by the way, which is amazing. 4 months out. But thank you, Virginia, for that. Virginia, the person, not the state. Well, thank you, Virginia, the state, as well. So, actually, if I can, since I'm playing with toys, there's Harley. That wasn't what I was going to show you. Okay, maybe that's not going to work. I was going to show you some graphics that I've knocked up. Well, you can see one of them down the bottom already. And this little animated doobry that's showing there. So see what I've done there? It's some medicine. It's your daily dose. So it's more like the hourly concert rather than the daily dose, I think. So I hope you enjoy that when it comes. At least I'm going to assume you're talking about Harley. Harley can't come to the camera right now, but there's Harley up there too on the wall. And along with Daily Dose Day comes, as is tradition, the cover project. So we put together songs by you wonderful, talented bunch, Bruce Hornsby songs performed by you. So the first little segue I'll do today is one of those songs. If I can pull it up. So Jenna Starr, who contributed. This was a ballsy choice, actually, but she contributed a song called Let the Girls Rock, which Bruce has never released. I think he's played it live maybe once or twice. But it was something that I think he wrote it when he was in school or college or something. So he's performed it before. Jenna did a version of it, which is fantastic, and I wanted you to hear it now. So this is just an example of what you can get on a cover project, which I think you enjoy. So here's Jenna playing Let the Girls Rock.
Susie shakes it so, bumping down to the music she goes. She's so crazy, her sisters all say it. Oh, so sexy, looks so mean. She's a perpetual motion machine, saying, let's get it on, but let's not get carried away. And don't try to tell me why it's a game that I can't play. 'Cause one of these nights, one of these girls might be coming my way. Let the girls rock. Gonna take a ride on the love train. Let the girls rock. Oh, yeah. Susie's a one-girl show, impersonating her stereo. She's testifying, singing to a bottle of beer. I dance so funky, reach so high, and everything she does so fine. I can't believe it, she makes me wanna stay right here. And don't try to tell me why it's a game that I can't play. 'Cause one of these nights, one of these girls might be coming my way. So let the girls rock. Gonna take a ride on the love train, love train. Let the girls rock. Oh, yeah. Don't try to tell me why it's a game that I can't play. 'Cause one of these nights, one of these girls might be coming my way. Let the girls rock. Gonna take a ride on the wild side. Let the girls rock. Gonna take a ride on the love train, love train. Let the girls rock. Oh, yeah, yeah.
We go. I'm watching. I have a security camera, and this is timing couldn't be any more perfect. But she's. I don't know if you can see that, but she's parking a quite a wide car through quite a narrow gate. Makes me nervous every time she does it. I'm not going to watch. Um, Wanted to wish my best to Katie Vincent. You may know her as Katie Holtkamp. She's contributed to a number of our cover projects in the past. She did a wonderful Fortunate Son and a wonderful Resting Place and a wonderful I Can Make You Love Me. She's currently about to start with Cirque du Soleil, only she's got the COVID. So she's holed up in a hotel room in the Dominican Republic. I can think of worse places to be holed up in, but not much use if you're sick. So I hope you're better soon, Katie. She was here last week, but I'm guessing she's fighting off the lurgy at the moment. So all the best and lots of love to you, Katie. Here's Red Top Tom. Tom says, hi, it's me listening briefly from home and wishing you a Happy New Year and best wishes, Simon, and to you, Tom. I first met Tom in 1993 in the Jazz Cafe in Camden in London. I've met him a few times since, seen him in Glasgow, seen him in London. Appreciate you saying hi, Tom. It's great to hear from you, and I hope you're doing well. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Red Top Tom, I call him because of his trademark red top. He took me to see Little Mix at the HMV in Newcastle several years ago. Nice to see you, Tom. Hope you're good. So other news, Hogs for the Cause. Bruce and the band have something called Hogs for the Cause they're performing at in April, either April 1st or 2nd. That's the dates for the festival they're playing at. Hogs for the Cause. Here's the website. In fact, let's hear from them in a second. I do have a video lined up for them if I can figure out how to play it, which that thing is not going to let me do. I'll get there. Here we go.
Didn't you feel the blast when your week so typical, so typical? Well, clap your hands, clap your hands. Well, stomp your feet, stomp your feet. Well, clap your hands, clap your hands. It's something in the air, it's something in the beat. It makes me feel so I gotta let it flow, 'cause I know what I know, and I feel it all over. It's deep down in my bones, and I won't fight it. I'm gonna burn up the night, kid, we're gonna live. But didn't you hear your name? Wasn't your week so
I have to go back to that because it tickled me. Somebody somewhere is going to see that and think he looks different. I don't remember. Maybe it's just the way my mind works. I don't know that anybody's going to see a giant bearded red cap wearing topless drunk lifeboat and think that's Bruce Hornsby. But again, maybe that's just me. I've been asked what this drink is. I don't know is the answer. Ginger shots. There's actually a warning on the back. Packs a fiery punch. Get ready for a daily caffeine-free kick. I'm not sure. Fresh Peruvian ginger root. I don't think I want to drink that in front of people. Hogs for the Cause. Let me read you what their website says because it's actually a very important one. The most important bit, funnily enough, is not that there's 85 local and regional barbecue masters and the best backyard chefs competing in 7 different categories, although music and barbecue. I can't think of two better things to put together. But it's a 2 day event full of music, local beer, and fundraising, and that was the point I wanted to make. This is the festival that Bruce and the Noisemakers are playing at either April 1st or 2nd. Hogs for the Cause has been voted best local charity event in New Orleans for many years now, and for good reason. Through the amazing efforts of our fans and our teams, we've become the premier nationwide source of funding for families with children fighting pediatric brain cancer. Hogs for the Cause works with both local and national children's hospitals, including Children's Hospital of New Orleans, Oxnard Hospital for Children, Duke Children's Hospital, Medical University of South Carolina Children's Hospital, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Scottish Rite, and Children's Hospital of San Antonio to offer monetary relief to families with children who have brain cancer. So, all due credit and thanks to Bruce and the band for supporting that cause April 1st and 2nd. If you're going, nearer the time, let me know, please. And where's my invitation? Never been to New Orleans, and I would love to. Bruce is headlining, Bruce and the band, with Shaky Graves, Roll the Bones, right? So 85 barbecue masters will find their way to New Orleans on that day. I kind of got burnt with festivals. I don't know how you found them. Maybe not just festivals, but what I found is that people go and see what they want to go and see, and the rest of the time they will yap, 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 and drink and yap some more. And if it's not the act they came to see, they will talk. And you may know I like to record concerts that I go to as best I can. I'm not very good at it, but I went to actually the most recent example I can think of this was one of Bruce's shows at Jones Beach. I think was the last time I saw Bruce and the band. Elise was there, and I've lost count of the number of recordings I've made, but especially at festivals where I'm having to ask people to shut up, and I don't do it very nicely, because they're talking over the music. They want to make themselves heard. And so you can hear me ruining my own recordings saying, I come to listen to the music, not to you. Can you zip it? And Elise makes the point. She's right. That happens at a lot of shows in general. And if you're right, it may not even be, maybe it's not the song you like, or you're ignorant of who you're listening to, or just ignorant in general. And so you can hear me on my own taping saying, can you zip it? And just the look you get from people, either just amazement that you would be that rude, or that you would want to listen to music they don't like, or for whatever reason that the rules seem to have changed, or they've written their own, or they've never had manners in the first place. But the etiquette seems to change if it seems to have changed if it's not who you came to see, then the rule book's out the window, and you can talk over the music, so other people have to listen to you too. That's my rant. I get sidetracked onto that one quite easily. With it being New Year, I was looking for a video which could represent the start of the year, and I found one that our friend Charlie Young recorded back in Williamsburg on the Millennium Bash. It was Bruce and the Noisemakers playing at William and Mary Hall. A lot of us met up for curry. We were talking about this the other day. The NAWAB, it's changed its name now, but in Williamsburg, and so Charlie at the time videoed the concert and or as much of it as he could. This was before the days of mobile cell phones. So he walked around with a giant camera with him, bless him, and caught a lot of the show. So just wanted to share a bit of this with you. This was singing the new millennium in the new millennium in Williamsburg. So if I can pull this up, this could be quite loud. I'm trying not to make it. I hope I've prepped it properly, but this is Charlie's recording of the countdown into the new millennium from Bruce and Co. from 22 years ago. So take a listen to this, or look at this. Elise's What a Time. Yes, I believe that was the first day I met you, Elise, and a few others as well. David and Charlie and a number of people. We had a great time that day. Suzanne says, so excited about the return of the Daily Dose. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to know it's appreciated. Andy says, video is great to see. Yep, well spotted. Look how young his sons were. It's funny. I could see two little kids running around, and I thought to myself, where are their parents? Didn't know who they were. Didn't put everything together that they were twins, and then saw them on stage. So realized who they were. So yes, well spotted, Andrew. That was Keith and Russell. That's about all I've got for you today. I said I'd try and keep it to 30 minutes, and we're 30 minutes on the dot. Look at me. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, I don't know yet what works as a schedule. Let me know what works for you if you're inclined to join us live. I appreciate we've had 13 on the call today. On the call, that's a work thing. 13 people watching at once today. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you joining me and taking up half an hour of your time to listen to me. Maybe we'll aim for Sundays. Is it Sunday today? I think, yes, it is. I've lost track. This time of year, it's impossible. That's the thing to think about. I'm learning to point and not break my microphone. That is the point of this. And of May the 2nd. Everything is geared towards that and just giving you as much as I can on that day. 24 concerts, an amazing tribute album. I've got one track in already, I said the other day, and it stopped me. I've stopped what I was doing. It stopped me in my tracks. But everything in memory of Melissa is for the ALS Association. So all the music through that day is for free. The CD is free, or the downloads. If you're inclined, we'll be doing taking donations for the ALS Association, and everything up until that day, all 4 months of it is a practice. So this podcast and everything I'm doing for the website and the graphics you can see and everything is all for that. So I'm thrilled to have your support today, and I know I can count on you. We're aiming for $1,000 to try and raise money for ALS Association on the day. So thanks for joining us today. I will put some links up, so thanks for reminding me, Elise. They're all on bruce.com. There'll be a link to the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. I'm going to try Twitch as well. Alyssa, nice to hear from you too. I know you were involved in the very first cover project, Shadow Hands, with your wonderful cello. Thank you so much. Pleasure to talk to you guys today, and thanks for the interaction. It's been really, I've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. Take care, guys.